And with this explosive introduction, I welcome you to Grim Tales Threads of Destiny, the Collector's Edition, the 9th entry of the Grim Tales series this time. And so, what can we see? Looks like Louisa and maybe John wanted to board an airplane, but they came too late to the airport and now the plane exploded. I don't really know what happened, but we're gonna find out. So let's start. Of course, before we start, game mode. For those of you who don't know, casual game mode. For those casual players who want the relaxed gameplay session, all significant game locations are marked with sparkles and the hint button charges quickly. And then we have advanced mode for advanced players who want to overcome obstacles without extra help. The hint button takes longer to charge, but there are no sparkle indicators. And then, of course, we're gonna be playing on hardcore mode. For those who want to play without any help at all, there are no hints, and you cannot skip minigames, and there are no sparkle indicators, so I have to find everything myself. And the game will not allow me to skip any minigames. So, hardcore it is, and here we go.
Everything started when my niece Jackie called me. She said the police had finally located her parents' bodies. They had been missing for 20 years. I went to the police station to support her.
Here we are, miss.
There's Jackie. I should see how she's doing. This must be hard on her. So that's Jackie. That's our niece. I don't know how we are related to her again. I know that we have a sister, so the character that we're playing as, Anna Gray, has a sister Louisa who is married to this guy named John. But they have a son, not a daughter, if I remember correctly. I might have forgotten how that family tree looks like, but let's just talk with her and figure out what is going on.
Auntie, can you believe they actually found them? Maybe I can finally get some closure. Let's go. The sheriff's waiting for us.
So, the sheriff's office. Before we go inside, can we find, maybe? I can find something. No, I can't click on anything. Of course, the police station is right next to Elephant Games headquarters. The publisher of the game. So let's go inside and see what's going on. I should speak to the sheriff about the Gray's case. Let's talk to this guy.
Miss Gray, it's nice to finally meet you. As Jackie told you, we've located the remains of Alexander and Natalia Gray.
Alexander and Natalia Gray. Alexander and Natalia Gray. I don't remember those guys. I'm not sure. But they are Jackie's parents.
We can now prove they were victims of Greg Duffy, a serial killer who was active here at that time. This is everything I've gathered about the case. Take a look.
Okay. This must be all of the evidence from the Gray's case. Let's see.
Alexander and Natalia Gray went missing on April 23rd, about 20 years ago now. They're survived by their daughter Jackie.
23, okay.
The Gray's car was found in the woods close to town. 4 teenage witnesses were camping nearby when they heard a car, followed by a woman screaming.
That's the car.
The Gray's tires were punctured by a spike strip found nearby. We also found tire tracks near their car, likely from a large truck. We believe the killer's vehicle made these. These circumstances perfectly match the other victims of the roadside killer, including the fact that there was no gun or any other weapon found at the scene. We also have camera footage showing a man who fit the killer's description. He was driving a truck. Thankfully, Jackie was staying with family at the time of the incident. The killer always targets his victims randomly.
Family? This one?
We got a clear picture of the killer thanks to a recording taken at a gas station in town that night. We quickly identified the suspect as Greg Duffy, who lived in a small house in the woods, and sent a squad to
apprehend him.
What we found there haunts me to this day. Duffy was obsessed with hunting, and his weapon of choice was a hunting knife. But Duffy hunted people, not deer. He used his spike strip like a bear trap, snaring out-of-towners along that remote highway. Unfortunately, Duffy wasn't at home. To this day, the roadside killer has never been caught. This is the only photo we have of him.
Perhaps this will come in handy. Killer's photo and a roadside murder, April 23rd, 20 years ago. Find the roadside killer, his vehicle must be approaching the Grays. Guide the police to the killer so they can arrest him. And fix the Gray's car so they can escape. Killer's photo.
I heard about your gift, Miss Gray. Can you really travel to the past just by touching an item from that time? These car keys were found with the remains. We believe they may have belonged to the Grays.
Yes, of course, our magical time travel ability will come in handy here again.
My parents didn't deserve to die, Auntie. If you can, please save them.
Of course. Even though this whole thing with our time travel ability is starting to attract a lot more attention than, than it probably should have, since it is a fact that since at least Grim Tales, what was it again, the one where we saved Elizabeth, The Vengeance, Part 6, it is evident that we can not only travel to the past to find evidence of murder cases, for example, but that we can also actively change the past. And people around here seem to know that. So, I don't know, just think about it. If you have the ability to travel to the past and save people from dying, and pretty much everyone already knows about that, what would that imply? Like, wouldn't you just get tons of people just calling you every day, like, hey, you have to save my grandparent who died 100 years ago or something like that? I don't know, that may be a little bit dangerous that everyone knows about this. There are they. I'll do everything I can to save them, Jackie, I promise. First of all, I need to identify the killer. I guess he's somewhere down the road. So here we are, again, the Gray's car's tire got sliced by this.
They ran over that spike strip.
Oh yeah.
And now their tires are flat. There's a truck approaching in the distance. Could it belong to the roadside killer? The case file mentioned teenage witnesses who were camping nearby. That's probably their campsite ahead. Maybe they have a vehicle I can use to reach town.
Okay, of course. Now, since we're in the past, you will see that these people are not moving. That's because we are kind of fixed, sorta, mostly. Sometimes there are some people or ghosts or demons or whatever that also have magical abilities that can move in the past, but in general you will see that normal people cannot move and we're just sort of moving around them like ghosts. They don't know that we're here and they won't remember anything. So let's start. First of all, I saw a moving object over here. The sign is constantly changing and it's one of the collectibles. And as far as I know, there should be at least one morphing object, or there should be exactly one morphing object in every scene that we will come across. And more. What is this? Bike holidays. Dave, meet us at the old farm this Friday. Don't forget your bike. Okay. And we have a bag or a coin purse. It's full. Someone's been squirreling away something. And I need an acorn-shaped thing to open it. Okay. Then this car, of course, is locked. A city 40 kilometers away. I never get used to the fact that the people in the past are like ghosts. Yeah. It seems Alexander kept some articles about the fateful plane crash last year. It seems Alexander kept some articles about the fateful plane crash last year. April 23rd, newspaper articles on airplane crash. Yeah, before I open this, we were already talking about that people in the past are like ghosts. They can't see us, they don't know that we're here, and they're generally stuck in their action. But this is very inconsistent. Like I said, there are other magical beings that can move, but also some animals can, for some reason, move in the past. Like, for example, there's a squirrel over here, right? That squirrel is not stuck as a ghost. It is still very much reacting to us, and I don't know, it's just mostly normal humans who are stuck in the past, and that's it. And before I interact with that, let's read this article. So, local airport purchases luxury aircraft. Book now to join the maiden flight on April 23rd. 158 dead after flight explodes mid-takeoff. Airport closed today pending government investigation. Coming late saved their life. Read how the Greys missed the tragic flight by seconds. So that's Alexander and... I already forgot her name. I'm sorry. Jackie's parents. So they were the ones at the beginning, not Louisa and John, as I suspected. And they missed the flight because they came too late. And that saved their lives, but now they are being targeted by a killer. So we are 20 years in the past. 20 years in the past, and then some extra days in the past, this plane crash happened, and they survived that, and right after that they were targeted by a killer. So maybe someone... they did say that this specific killer targets people at random, but maybe someone was targeting them specifically and tried to blow them up on the plane, and that didn't work, and now they sort of lured them out to be killed by this guy. That's my current theory. Now, what do we have here? The passenger side tires are flat, but Alexander only has one spare. He doesn't seem to have a pump or a jack either. I'll have to jack up the car and remove the flat tires. Okay, so we have to repair the car in order for them to escape. Now, the squirrel. Maybe he'd like a real nut instead of that fake nut he's hoarding. Okay. These boards could come in handy. Good. And here, I have to cut a path through these overgrown trees. Okay. I have a car key. And for that thing, need some kind of round object to open. Decorative slider and dove emblem. No, that's not it. That doesn't fit. I need something else to open this. Okay. Anything over here? No. Just Alexander. Oh, but we have a rope and over here we have one of the sliders missing. That's this thing. Okay. Oh yeah, that's our map. And a metallic disc. Silver McRae, the progenitor of the McRae family. Some claim a lucky amulet helped him get rich and build a successful business. To the collectibles. And here we have the Gray family tree. Okay, that will be helpful. So, more collectibles. I do remember Silver McRae. He was a different collectible a couple games ago, I think in The Vengeance actually. Being the ancestor of Elizabeth and James McRae. And yeah, so we should find Elizabeth and James maybe over here. And then of course that's the McRae family branch, and then that's going to be the Gray family branch with us and Louisa, our sister, and John Gray over here, I think. Let's continue to keep an eye out for them. Oh, no, that's no game. That's our map. Here we have some achievements. Those are the collectibles, and of course our diary. I already forgot about that one. Let's read that first. My morning began when Jackie called. She was flustered and asked me to come to the police station. They found the remains of her parents, who went missing 20 years ago. I'll always be there for my favorite niece. And then, I'm on the spot where the graves were found. The tires of Alexander's car are damaged by a spike strip. They're going to be killed soon by Greg Duffy, the roadside killer. I have to save them. So, now, let's use the disc on that, and that gives me a fire extinguisher and an axe. Now, get rid of these trees. Oh. Let's lock the inventory. Okay. And one more time. Yes. Now we could go to the teens' campsite. I could reach the town on this bike. But it's locked. But they must have the key nearby, of course. Triangle emblem. That little bat stole the key. 2 triangles are missing. Okay. Looks like part of the treehouse ladder is broken. And I need to repair it first. Okay. That's the second triangle. It's easier to just cut through the ropes. I have nothing to cut it right now. One of them is telling a ghost story, not realizing that a killer is hunting nearby. That's a moving object. Wait for it. Yeah. That's the second one. Now we can open this box. And that's the first minigame. So, guide the plane to its destination in the lower right corner without running out of fuel. Choose a square to move the plane there. If you uncover an obstacle, you must start over. Your fuel is marked in the green lights above the board. Okay. Oh. That's not good. Let's try this direction. Straight down. Not a good idea. No. Well, that's really just trial and error here. I have to guess which one is the right one. This one. Yes. One more time. This one or this one? This one. Ah. So close. Okay. But then... Please let it be this one. Good. And that gives me a flashlight and a hammer. Okay. What's over here? These boards will come in handy. Yeah, let's use the hammer. And take the boards with me for later. 2 out of 4 planks and 4 out of 8 nails. And this abandoned farmhouse is locked up tight. I need to find another key for that. Wait a second. I was thinking maybe I could use the heavy fire extinguisher to get rid of the lock. What was that? Oh. Just some creepy eyes in the distance. Well, that's none of our concern. That's their problem. Okay, nothing else here. There were boards here, so let's take them as well. It's not like this sign was useful, considering how overgrown this path was anyways. So... no. Boards, nails, and hammer. Okay, let's see what's inside this tree. It's never a good idea to reach into a dark hole. That's why I have a flashlight. And I need to find some nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the key. Anything else? It's stuck under that loose bark. Good. I'll remember that. Now let's go back to this little fella and give him something proper to eat. Of course, the golden nut is the key for this coin purse. A thread and scrap paper. Thread and scrap paper. And the bicycle key, of course. Almost forgot about that one. Now, I'll take that, if you excuse me. Question is, where am I supposed to use it? Here? City? Oh yeah. Is the person driving this truck the roadside killer? Could this really be Greg Duffy, the one who killed Alexander and Natalia? Ah, Natalia was her name. Right, of course, we have a photo from the killer. A photo from the... The key is in the ignition, so I'll have to pick this lock. Good. What do we have here? Great. The quickest way to find something in a haystack is burn it. And the shard. That may be useful to cut something. It's strange that the camera that's supposed to film the road is turned into the wrong direction. Fire extinguisher thread, scrap paper. No. Shard. Let's head back. Can I use the shard on this maybe? No. Oh yeah, but I can use it to cut the rope. Oh. There must be a safe way I could get rid of the scorpion. Fire extinguisher. No, but we'll take that. Cain Grey. Lord Cain was unsociable and reserved. He liked hunting wolves and bears, but also continued his father's profitable businesses. Let's head to collectibles quick. Of course, Cain Grey was the werewolf from Grim Tales: The Legacy, the second Grim Tales, and we had to save his vengeful ghost in the past. I think this was actually the first time that we saved someone by time traveling, because we prevented him from getting bitten by a wolf. Thus, he didn't turn into a werewolf, and bad things did not happen as a consequence. And some tongs. What's that? The mini freezer is damaged. I've got to widen the crack. Yeah, I got nothing. No. This is locked up tight. There's a feather up there. What else can I find here? Okay, back to the bridge. Now I have to burn this thing. Okay. Oh, I can just continue on.
It is their destiny to die.
What? What the? Who was that? I'll have to put this fire out to reach them. Okay. So, like I said in the beginning, there are some creatures, demons, ghosts, or whatever, that are still able to move in the past. And it seems like we did find one of those. Let's use the fire extinguisher here. And yeah, someone does actually want them dead. The fallen tree is still blocking my way. It's too hard to pick up. I'll take that. Burning charcoal. It's blocking my way. Can I use the rope and maybe tie it up and pull it over? No. Okay, but now I have some burning charcoal. And someone is actually directly targeting them. That's good to know, at least. Can I use the charcoal to get rid of you? No.